Guys, hello. Welcome to another video from Between the Ropes TV. Yas is with me this evening, and we're just going to break down a potential fight that could be in the works between Anthony Joshua and Joe Joyce. It's no longer a fantasy fight. It could potentially happen. Yas, what would you think of that fight, and who would you have winning that fight?
Well, firstly, that is a massive fight. If that fight were to happen, I think that's a fight that is very intriguing because these are two guys who they know each other very well. They both went through that Olympic system. You know, they sparred so many rounds. Earlier on in AJ's career, and obviously ever since I think Joyce has turned pro, I think they've sparred less, and as Joyce has moved up the rankings. So two fighters that know each other very well, two complete different styles. But I feel like the style of fighting it would build up to be a great fight. I feel as though Joe Joyce, we saw his recent win against Joseph Parker. He looked very strong, and he showed a different, he just showed that even though the levels are rising, he's still able to take that his style of fighting and get a good result. And he made a statement by being the first man to knock out Joseph Parker in the way that he did. It weren't like it was just one shot. He brutalized him and then he knocked him out. And obviously we know AJ, he's had the two losses recently. But former champion, Olympic gold medalist, and so on. Both of them have very good resumes. But I just feel as though Joyce's style is kind of tailor-made for AJ in the sense of Joyce, obviously, he walks forward, he takes a lot of hits, he's tough, he's strong, he's durable, he's he's not the hardest guy to hit, and that kind of suits AJ. And obviously we've seen I feel as though AJ fights best when he's fighting guys who are either similar size as him, or guys who are a little bit bigger than him. He tends to struggle against smaller guys. So this is why I feel as though I'm kind of edging towards AJ to kind of not, I feel like Joyce's chin will be able to hold up, but I just feel like he'll be able to let off the combinations and just keep hitting him clean too much. And potentially, as long as AJ can withstand Joyce's pressure, I feel like he could win it on points. But I don't see AJ knocking him out.
You don't see AJ knocking him out? Oh, interesting. Because when you look at AJ now, when you look at his performances, do you think psychologically, if you've got someone like Joe Joyce with that chin that walks forward, puts on that amount of pressure, still throws punches, and what I was saying there is you see the transition from Anthony Joshua psychologically, he seems to be gun shy, he seems to be almost reluctant to throw those killer shots that he threw earlier on in his career that was stopping people. Do you not think that may have a further dent in Anthony Joshua's confidence? You just said there you don't think Joshua can knock him out. So let's just say Joshua hits him with his best overhand right on, and it bounces off Joe Joyce's chin. Where does AJ go in the middle of the fight when that happens?
You see, that's where I feel it become tricky for AJ because Joyce is like Tony Bellew said it. I think I read something earlier on today. Tony Bellew said fighting someone like Joyce is like soul breaking because you hit him with your cleanest shots and he takes it like no problem, and he comes back at you, and he's a big man. He's what he weighed in at like 270 pounds, and he's 6'6".
Yeah.
And he's got an engine. Like, it's not normal for a guy that big to have that kind of work rate and to be able to withstand that kind of punishment.
Well, he does somersaults as well, doesn't he?
Exactly, and he gives it as well as he takes it and then he gives it. Yeah. Now, obviously, we know as much of accomplished boxer AJ is, and I'm an AJ fan. So me saying this is like AJ, as accomplished as he is as a boxer, I just feel as though he doesn't have that chin that Joyce has. So it's a case of, okay, AJ hits Joyce with his best shot, but if Joyce lands on AJ and uses that tactic of just walking him down, how can AJ cope with that? Because Joyce is not one of these yes, people say he's big, he's stiff, he's a bit robotic, but he's fit. He's going to keep on coming at you. He's not going to stand off at any point. And that's why I feel AJ will kind of struggle, and he may need to rely on moving around the ring. Just try not to engage with him too much at times.
Okay, so if you think AJ is struggling, what because you said AJ will win the fight if it was to happen, what do you think AJ needs to do? If I'm saying to you, what are the three keys to victory for AJ in that fight? What are they as?
I just feel like obviously plenty of movement. Don't stand still too much.
Mm,
Try and obviously you're fighting a guy who's as big as you, so you know you need to, when it does get rough and dirty, you need to maybe throw some shots. Like he needs to do something that he's never done, because he's never fought a fighter like Joyce, in my opinion. So I feel like he'd have to kind of come in, box, but also at times engage a little bit, but not get too engaged. Maybe just throw a couple combinations, move off, and just try and nick the rounds really. And if a stoppage can come, then potentially he could get it, but I don't see that happening. But I feel like it's more of like a box. He needs to box and fight, but only in spurts,
okay.
because Joyce is always ready for a tear up. He needs to fight in spurts. He can't get sucked into Joyce's game plan. He needs to stand his ground, box, but fight in spurts, hit him with them eye-catching kind of shots, and try and ensure. I feel like he needs to do what Parker didn't do. Parker tried to engage him a bit too early for me, and I feel like if AJ does that, we could be looking at potentially similar kind of result. But I feel like as long as he adopts the right kind of game plan and he boxes and he fights in spurts as the fight builds on, then he could get the decision.
Okay, fair one, fair enough. Well, guys, you've heard it there from Yas. He's broke it down. He's telling you all how he thinks the fight would go should this fight get made. Guys, if you agree with Yas or you disagree with him, put the comments in the comment section, and we'll hear from you. And Yas will break down for more potential fights in the near future. Guys, thank you very much. Take care, and we'll see you on the next video.